Okay, so the next video on our quest for the perfect walking bass line. So in the last video we were kind of playing around with this idea of playing the first three notes of a scale, and we were using Autumn Leaves, as we have done with every single other one, as our template. First 8 bars of Autumn Leaves. We're not going any further than that. We came up with variations on that. Just go back to the video and watch it. It'll all make perfect sense. So now we're going to expand on that. So we've gone from arpeggios, inversions of arpeggios, 3-note patterns, first 3 notes of a scale, playing off, starting from the third, starting from the root. I wasn't going to do this, but I am going to do it now. We're going to add a chromatic note, just because of kind of where we are with this whole process. So if we think about the first 3 notes of a scale and a song in terms of how the chords move. Chords move in fourths or fifths, depending on which way you want to look at it, 4th up, 5th down. So that kind of gives us an idea how we can use the first 3 notes that we've been playing to kind of connect the chords and the scales. So for Autumn Leaves, we've got C minor 7 to F7. We've been playing this 3-note pattern. I think we did variations. If we take the first 3 notes, so C minor 7, Dorian scale, or take the C, the D, the E flat. We add an E natural. That's going to make us land with our first note on the beginning of the F mixolydian, the F7 chord. And if we do that again following the next pattern, so what have we done? We've root, second, minor third, and then we've added kind of like a major third. It's on the 4th beat, which is a weak beat, so it kind of works. We end on the F, so we can add the F, we can add the second, then we can add the flattened third, then we can add the third. So in both cases we're playing the minor third, or the flattened third, and the major third, whether it's a minor scale or a major scale. That's a really interesting way to think about it. Landing on the B flat. So we've suddenly got this kind of chromatic line connecting the chords. And we're still sticking to our structure. We're adding one chromatic note. The second time we're adding it on the second beat. It's working. It's still working. It's leading that flattened third on a major chord. You can kind of get away with it. So I want it up to the B flat. So let's just drop down and play the second. Again, we want to try and stick down this part of the bass, first 5 frets if we can. So what did we do there? We went C minor 7, adding the major third, F7, adding the flattened third, we went to the D flat, and then I dropped down to play the C, which is our second, then we're adding the minor third, major third, we're ending up on the E flat. So we've got do the same with the E flat, play the second, which is the F, then we can play the minor third, and then we can play the G. We still want that away from that, our next chord, the A minor 7. If you think about it, at that point, the chords were going upper 4th, upper 4th, upper 4th. When we get to that E flat, it's going to jump up a flattened 5th. So we'll kind of stick to what we're doing. We're not going to vary it, try and play a half step below that we're landing on. We'll just go with the flow of what we've got. We can play the A flat there, then we can drop down to the flattened second. We can play the minor third, then the major third. That takes us up to the D. We can play the D, flattened seconds, it's a D7 flat 9, flat 13. Then we can go up to the flattened third, major third. That takes us up to the G. So let's look at what we got. Pretty cool bass line. We're using a chromatic note as a lead-in, as a connector, to end up with a 4-note pattern. But rather than just blandly or blindly just trying to chromatically go from one root note to the next, we're connecting it, we're logically thinking about it. We're going to be doing this with thirds and fifths as well, connecting, coming up with these chromatic lines, but we're just going to concentrate on this. So this is the lesson today, is think about those thirds. If you're playing a minor scale, you're playing a flattened third. Put the major third in as well, and it'll connect you to the next chord in this structure. Remember, most songs follow, especially in jazz, this sort of 2-5-1 structure. It's very scale of it's fourths and fifths, fourths up, fifths down. So we've got root, second, minor third, major third, then we're ending up on the root of the F7, second, flattened third, major third, we're on the D flat, let's drop down to the second there, flattened third, major third, E flat, major 7, root, major second, flattened third, major third. We could just drop straight down to the A there, flattened second, minor third, then the major third. Playing the D, we're playing the flat second, minor third, major third, G. Let's see. Yeah. So you can see how you could, I started moving on the fretboard there, taking it out of what we've been talking about, keeping it down here. But you get the idea. So this is the thing to work on this week. Start adding. If it's a minor scale and you're playing play over autumn leaves. Let's keep it simple. Try this over the whole tune. When you're playing a minor, like a minor 7, Dorian, Aeolian, whatever, add the minor third and the major third. When you're playing a major, of course you're playing the major third already, add the minor third as well, add the flattened third. And we're going to start connecting these lines. So I said I didn't really want to get into chromatic so early, using chromatic notes, but it's kind of useful at this point to just kind of see how you can use notes that aren't in the scale to connect things. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. Nice and short this week.